Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is PJ and I have a long list of cars that I would love to own, but I'm not willing to pay what they're actually worth in a mint condition. So I try to buy them with issues, but with a lot of potential, so I can put in some work and make them shine like they used to do in their old glory. So I'm not a professional mechanic or any restoration specialist by any means. I actually cut hair for a living. I'm a barber that happens to love cars. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of learning for all of us. So if I'm not able to show you properly how to do something, I'm going to try and do as much research as I can, gather all the info, and then try and attempt to do it. I'll show you my mistakes too, and yeah, hopefully we can all learn something new and a few laughs along the way. So let's see what I bought. So you're probably thinking, if I bought it, that means that it has some issues. Well, it does, but we're gonna get to those issues in a minute. I just want to focus on like positives because I did not really get it for a steal of a deal. So let's talk about first, what is this? It's a two-door manual rear-wheel drive, and it's got an inline-six twin turbo motor. So twin turbo, two turbo is more fun, yeah, but more problems too. Which these cars are plagued by wastegate rattles, injector problems, coil pack issues. God, please make sure that it doesn't have injector issues, because if it does, I'm gonna have to buy myself a bicycle. Alright, so it's a twin turbo, inline six manual rear-wheel drive. Sounds like a recipe for fun or to get me in trouble, but let's not do that. We're not getting in trouble with this car. We're gonna make sure we have some fun. We be safe. It's important to be safe. It does have some problems. Nothing major or nothing that's not solvable. So she's got a few cosmetic issues that could be sorted out with no problem, like the front grille here, that piece is broken off. And if we come back here with the front fenders, front left fender, we can see there's a chunk missing, probably because the previous owner put a bit of a bigger tires on, took a turn, ended up bumping in, that chipped off the piece, which is not a big deal. It's all fixable. Trim that's been either wrapped or painted is just peeling off, which is okay. We can all get that all sorted out and cleaned up. It's got a notorious issue with cup holders not popping up all the way, so we'll have to fix that. The first issue that I've noticed when I drove it was that it had a misfire. Misfire that went away. Previous owner told me it's got spark plugs that need to be changed because these things eat through spark plugs, which is okay. I bought a brand new kit from FCP Auto and we're going to be installing it today. So let's get into it. So in my humble opinion, I don't think we'll need too much for this job. I believe all we need is a 14mm socket that's a 12-point, thin wall preferably for the spark plugs, which we have right here in this FCP Auto package. So let's get to it. Watch the fingers, doors are important. Because after all, I make my money with my hands. Here we have a Torque Solution spark plug gapping tool, which will help us set our spark plugs correctly because we're running a one step colder spark plugs, and this makes life much easier. It wasn't too expensive, I think like 15-20 bucks. So yeah, we got a sticker. You need to have a sticker. When is the last time that we did our spark plugs? So I don't have to sit there and try to remember everything. I like these, you don't have to use them. We got a spark plug gapper measure feeler gauge set. It's a feeler gauge, you can buy it anywhere. They're super cheap as well. Make your life easy. This, I don't know, it's a shipment thing. It's a 14mm 12-point socket. It's a swivel too. So it helps you get the socket in where the spark plugs go, and yeah, help us get the spark plug out. So we'll need this. There's nothing, it's just empty stuff. So now all the goodies are in here. We got spark plugs, two more, coils. We got brand new Delphi coils. We will see how they do. Okay, so now when we opened everything, we have everything that we need, I hope. We'll first start by taking out the old plugs and old coils, and I'll show you how to do that. I've gathered all that on the internet, so if internet is wrong, I'm wrong. And we all know everything on the internet is true. Okay, so first thing we're going to do to replace those coils and spark plugs, we're going to disconnect the battery. So basically, battery's in the trunk, it's right there. We have to twist this thing, and just pull this out. Should be super easy. Click. Done. There's a battery right there. I like to take off negative terminal. I just disconnect negative terminal, and this should be good to go. I'll show you how to do that too. So 10 mil. Make sure you don't hit anything, because if you connect the negative and positive terminals with your tool, you're gonna have unexpected fireworks, and you don't want unexpected fireworks in your trunk. It's no fun. There you go. Car's done. I really hope not done, but disconnected. Let's pop the hood. Pull this lever. You'll hear the little click. Ta-da! Here we have it. The twin turbo inline 6 3-liter in its all glory. So this makes my job a little bit easier because that trim piece, I forgot what it's called, cowl, I don't know, whatever that is called, is removed and deleted by the previous owner. I've taken off my engine cover, which you need to do in order to get to it. So once you remove the engine cover, which should be 2, I believe 3 bolts. So 1, 2, 3 up there. Mine is missing, and mine was already taken off. So basically, these two off here, you gotta kind of wiggle it out and pull it off. It will uncover this. Your coils and spark plug is right there. Those are coils, those are injectors. Don't touch those. Okay, moving on. Let me show you how to take those out. Apparently, we're supposed to pull on this tab right here, up, and this will go push the connector out. So we can just kind of wiggle it out. I don't think it wants to come out. It needs some convincing for sure. So I would like to grab for the corners right here and just pull back. It's gonna come out. There you go. There you go. There you go, buddy. So you have to go all the way up and make it straight like that. So basically what you have to do is you have to pull on this tab here, right here, and just go click. Straighten it out all the way. It will eject the connector. So you just have to do click, and it comes out. So I can do exactly the same thing with the rest of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th one is over there, right here, number 6. All right, once we did that, we have to disconnect these guys. Get them off, get them off. Get them all off so we can pull the coils out. Come on, buddy. There you go. Sometimes coils can be a little stuck there, so expect some effort for them to come out. A lot of people pull like extension here and then lean on something else, but I see no reason to do that. You can just put your finger right here and kind of just yank on it from the back, and it comes out. Boop. There it is. First one out. Let's do the rest. Ooh, this one is a little oily. I think we may have a leaky valve cover gasket too, which is going to be more videos on, if that's the case. Boop. One more, yeah, a little oily. This one's fine. This one's fine too. The only issues that we had was number 2 and number 3. So we got a little extension, and nice. When you feel like a click, you feel like it's like nice and firm in there. Yeah, it means it's latched onto the spark plug. I like to keep this with me too, a magnet, in case it doesn't completely come out. It's easy just to fish it out because it extends. So I like to loosen them up all with the ratchet, and then I just use cordless impact to pull them all out, so it's less wrenching. Ooh. Ooh. This is a little scary, so we'll have to take a look into that. So we found some oil on a cylinder number 3, and by the looks of it, number 2 is not far behind either. So what I'm going to do, I'll take a clean cloth and just a screwdriver and just gently push it in, trying to pick up some oil before I pull that spark plug so it doesn't go into my combustion chamber. Actually pull the spark plug out. Yeah, it's greasy. Could be our valve cover leaking, but that's okay. More content, more stuff to do on this thing. So now to make my life a little bit easier, and there we have it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Damn, these are bad. All right, well, yeah, they were due for replacement for sure. This one, terrible too. So it's safe to assume that they were what was causing the issue, but this is an N54 motor, so anything can be causing a misfire. Which is fine, you know, that's why I bought it. I bought it as a project, I can do stuff on it. Now further inspecting, seems like most definitely the valve cover is leaking. There's oil in these little channels between the injectors and the spark plugs. Yeah, we got a leaky one, boys and girls. So yeah, valve cover gasket will have to be replaced too. It's fine, we'll do the spark plugs for now and coils and see what happens. So what I'm doing, I'm just like pushing this rag in there and just gently turning, just to make sure I pick up any debris and any oil that could be in there so it doesn't contaminate our new spark plug. Obviously I'm not going to be able to pick up everything, and the reason why I pushed it in this way, so I don't scratch or damage anything with the screwdriver. So now we can see a true comparison between old stuff and the new stuff. This is the old spark plug. It's pretty terrible. There's little pieces missing and it's all chunked up and destroyed. That's how it should look like. So FCP Euro suggests that we gap these bad boys to, right here what it says, 0.56 millimeter or 0.022 of an inch. For modified applications. I believe ours is tuned and modified because it has some bolt-ons. So what we're going to do, we're going to do exactly that. We have this measuring gauge right here. You can tell it right there, 0.22, 559 millimeters. So we can use that and our torque solution spark plug gapper. So what do you want to do? You want to take this, thread the spark plug in, back this off, go in, right there. Maybe a little bit more. That's good enough. So now, we want to take our feeler gauge. We want to try and push it through. So there's some space, right? We're trying to make sure that that space doesn't exist. So we're going to slowly adjust it. Slowly push it in, and then back off. See what that does. Oh, still a little bit more. We're gonna go a bit more and back off. Okay, that's a little better. That's a little better. Okay, a little bit more. Okay. Okay, I actually think this is perfect now. If you take a look at it, like it won't really go, it goes through, but it has a bit of a like perfect amount of pull. So this one's great. Let's do the rest. We should start putting all these spark plugs back in. We just do everything the same, just in reverse order. What I like to do, I'll take this, as you can see inside, there's like a little rubber piece that grabs the top of the spark plug. So I like to put it in, clicks in nicely and safely. It's not coming out. And I just like to hand tighten all of them first, and then we'll do just a quarter turn on each. I'll show you what that means. So I'll basically get to the point where it's like tight with the hand, but I'm not like putting too much pressure on it. So now I put my wrench at 90 degrees and I'll do this. Top, quarter. I think that should be quite alright. Now let's do the coils. coils really don't matter like which one goes where. What really matters is that you don't plug in the connector into the wrong spot. So your car would not be firing properly. So let's hope we don't do that. So you want to put this clip up and push it in until you hear a little click. There you go. Sweet. There's these little grooves here, so you can't really go wrong. There's a little notch on the coil and a groove in where the coil goes. So basically, you just have to make sure you line them up. And this just goes click. Okay, let's do the rest. When you're installing these coils, just make sure you go around and check for the little seal. So this is what I'm talking about, like this rubber seal. It goes around where the spark plug goes. So when you slide it in, just make sure it doesn't do this or it doesn't flip out like that. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes they do this. And then it allows water to seep through. So when you install it, it's going to go like, so just check around, make sure it's like properly seated. Once we have them installed, just go ahead and check them. Like just check around for what I was talking about earlier, and check your connections so they're not loose. Don't yank or pull on it too hard, but just make sure it's in there. Okay, so I connected the battery, and let's pray she starts. Okay, so I haven't turned this car on in probably like month and a half, which is I think when I bought it. So all right, key, where the key goes and what the key does, which is right here. Oh, she's alive. Oh, stuff is happening. Okay. And sweet, we're alive. Yeah. Okay, so she runs, which is great. We do have some lights here that we have to sort out, but I will have it connected to the scanner, and I'll show you what those are, and I'm gonna learn what they are as well. So this car is equipped with MHD tune that goes through JB4. So basically I have this cable right here that I will be plugging into the car, and then this small little piece into my phone. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna be able to communicate with the car and see what the hell does it truly want. So if I take this piece off, I'm gonna plug this thing in. See how this goes, like this, click, nothing is on. Now we're gonna plug it into my cellular device. Let's read DME codes. Oh, we got a misfire in the cylinder 1 and cylinder 5. Electrical system, okay, so battery. Alrighty, let's try and clear those codes. Alright, great. I think we have no active codes. So I'm going to be playing with this app a little bit and see what I come up with, because I really don't know what I'm doing here, to be honest with you. This MHD flasher, I'll do a little bit of research on it, and I've read a little bit, but I'm not that great at it. So, I mean, we'll see what we have here, and we'll see what we can do with this car. So that will be it for today. As you can tell, she's happy and purring. Everything runs and works well. I have not taken it out for a test drive yet, but I've played around with that MHD tuner, and I believe I'm missing a license, so I'm going to have to contact the previous owner and see if he would be able to provide me with such license. If not, then it's going to be $450 for the license, which is not terrible, but I would like to avoid it if I can. I've confirmed that we do have leaky valve cover gasket, so as you can tell, I'm not sure if you can hear on the camera, but like she sounds a little injectory to me. Potentially we're gonna have to do injectors at some point too, or at least get them tested. Wastegate rattled too. So there will be content with this car. Stay tuned. I'm gonna keep driving it and I'm gonna enjoy it in the meantime, but we'll be fixing things as they come up and as I gather resources and knowledge on how to do it. So yeah, hope this video helped some of you. If it did, like and subscribe. There'll be more stuff coming up. Follow us on Instagram too, and we shall see you shortly. Bye! But for the second, we're going to look past those problems, which I'll tell you in a second. So you're probably wondering if it